welcome back to my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So today is day 1 of 12 days of anime, and today we're gonna go ahead and talk about one of my favorite series, and that is Free. So this year we got season 3 of Free, and I absolutely love this season. I think this was probably like my favorite season compared to the other two, just because we got to know the high-speed characters in this. And I know a lot of people liked it because of the high-speed characters and they didn't really care too much for it, and they were upset that, you know, Rei, Nagisa, and Rin weren't in it as much. But like, as someone that loves Rin, I didn't mind it at all. I was really excited to get to know the high-speed characters, specifically Ikuya. I wanted to see like if this season of Free would make me like Ikuya, because to be honest, in High Speed, the movie, I really wasn't into Ikuya and I could care less about him. Asahi, I really liked his character in High Speed, but Ikuya, not so much. I wasn't really feeling him. And this season, I absolutely loved him, and he became a husbando of mine. Like, he is probably like my second favorite character from Free. And that was honestly a surprise, because when I went into this, I loved Asahi immediately. He's like the most adorable character ever, and like he's full of sunshine and rainbows. But anyway, but with this season of Free, I feel like we got to know Ikuya a little bit better, and we're able to see like what he was feeling, or at least get a feel of that, because a lot of people didn't like this whole Ikuya thing and him being like so, you know, like this, and his attitude towards this, which I get. But like me personally, I didn't mind. I really liked how they handled this season of Free. And I love that we got like an episode at least with Rin. Like, we got a full-on episode with Rin, and then we got a full-on episode with the Iwatobi kids, which I really loved, and I would have loved to have seen more of that for sure. But at the same time, we gotta remember this is Haru's story. We gotta focus on him in his college days. Which, I mean, it didn't really focus too much on Haru, but mostly like on Haru and Ikuya's relationship, which is one of the things that I was really looking forward to the most this season, was how was Ikuya going to react to seeing Haru again, and as well as Asahi. Asahi had a really positive like meeting, but with Ikuya it took him a while to really open up, and I really understood him and where he was really coming from. Like, he didn't know exactly how to convey his feelings and like really communicate with Haru and like really like say what he was feeling and what was going on. Like, you can tell that he was very much struggling on the inside, like mentally, and just he tried his best to brush everything aside, because Ikuya, he was hurt. He tried to make it seem like he wasn't and he didn't care, but obviously he was hurt, and it sucked seeing his team like being split apart like this, like so unexpectedly. And it was really emotional, and just seeing finally Ikuya like come out and finally speak to our high-speed characters and Haru and Makoto was really awesome to see. Finally, like, seeing him happy and finally like going back into relays and everything was really beautifully done. At least I think it was really nicely done. And then once that was resolved, we got into like the whole like setting up the stage for the Olympics and, you know, the world stage for Haru and the others, which is really nice. And obviously we're getting another season of Free, or Free content, whatever it is, but we're getting more Free in 2020. So I'm really excited to see the story continue on and see what it's gonna be like next and what's in store for our boys. It's really exciting, and it's such a different atmosphere for sure compared to the other 2 seasons of Free. Which, I mean, they're in college, so it's to be expected. It's gonna be a whole different story. And one of the things that I absolutely loved about the season was that you can see just how much Haru has grown and how much, you know, all of these things that he's gone through has helped him become a better person, and how it's helped him like deal with Ikuya. Because I was really worried, especially like with Hiyori telling him what he did in this season, which for me was still not okay, and every time I watch that episode I get angry again. But I really love that Haru was able to voice his feelings, and he was able to say what was on his mind. Like, we saw that when he was talking to Nao, and he was trying to figure out what he could do for Ikuya to make him like look his way and make him like, you know, see that they're there for him. They're still his like his old teammates are still here for him. They're his friends and they're generally, you know, worried and want the best for him. And it took Haru being in the IM. He swam all these different strokes, Mr. I only swim free, and that wouldn't have been done without Ikuya. Like that was amazing on itself, like seeing Haru like that. But I mean, he went back to I only swim free, but I mean, that was a good moment though. But I mean, we were able to see just how well Haru handled this and how well he was able to just move on, like go forward and see what he could do for his friend. Like it was just, I don't know, like it was so awesome to see. Also, I think people tend to forget that with season 3, of course it was gonna focus on our high-speed characters, because like I said before earlier in the video, people were pretty angry about that it focused mainly on Ikuya specifically. And in my opinion, I'm like, well, of course, because we haven't seen them since the High Speed movie. And they're briefly mentioned in the Take Your Marks movie. I think that's what it's called, right? Sorry, it's just there's been so many movies for this series. It's, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I just feel like I think people forget that we need to get to know these characters too. And not just focus more on our original characters that we first met in season 1 and 2. But I mean, I get it, because you love these characters so much, you do want to see them and see them back in action and see like where they're at right now. I totally get that, but like I said, I think we need to like take a step back and remember we need to focus on these characters because we really don't know them as well as we do the others. So it's nice to see that they get a little bit of spotlight, because like I said, I love my high-speed characters, and I love that this season made me care for Ikuya and the other high-speed boys as well. Also, by the way, our high-speed characters are based off of like that, I think it was a light novel, which people tend to forget that they came from the light novel, because a lot of people were kind of confused. They were like, where did these characters come from? They came from the light novel, which was there when season 1 and season 2 were airing. So I'm like, there you go. So that way people don't say like, they have no purpose, why are they here? The light novel, that's where they came from. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble on about my favorite series. Free Dive to the Future was fantastic in my opinion. I loved it, but maybe it's because I am so deep into Free that I just cannot like not love it, because I loved it. I don't know about y'all, but I loved it. So of course I'm going to talk about it on the first day of 12 Days of Anime. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Bye!